I'm Kellen Maryanne, and welcome to STEM to Share. In today's episode, we're interviewing
Maryanne Meyers. I work at UTZ Quality Foods in the engineering department as a project manager.
These are some of the types of chips that UTZ makes. You got the original, barbecue, sour cream, ripples, and my favorite, cheese curls. Can you explain what UTZ produces and what other brands your company produces for?
Under the UTZ brand, we produce potato chips, pretzels, cheese balls, cheese curls, some tortillas, and a bunch of other products. And we have a lot of other brand names in the other parts of the country that people might know. From the West Coast, we just acquired like Boulder Canyon, and down in the South is Golden Flake and Zaps. And up in near Massachusetts, there's Wachusett's Potato Chip Company that's part of our team, or part of our family. And we also have a Good Health snack food brand.
What is your role as a mechanical engineer?
Mechanical engineers can do a lot of things because we can be focused on heat and ventilation, like HVAC, so air conditioning and heating. We also do fluid dynamics. That includes air. Air is a fluid. Heat transfer aspects, as well as linkages and mechanical, physical type things. But in my case, for UTZ Quality Foods, I help with the technical ends of getting a product to production.
What do you do for your job?
Specifically, we do everything from a concept of a project through design, through purchasing, installation of the equipment, and running the equipment and starting it up and getting the results and handing it over to production. But I do equipment for production, like specifically to make potato chips or cheese balls or whatever. But I also do things like we have a large parking lot across a pretty busy street. As we grow, there was a lot more traffic going across the street, pedestrians, and we built a bridge to go across the street, a pedestrian bridge. So we could do anything from installing doors, changing dock areas, adding fencing, changing racks and warehousing, all the way to full production lines with fryers and ovens and things like that. So we do a large variety of things.
Why is your job important?
I guess it's important because without us in the engineering department, I don't think they would have as much success with purchasing equipment, getting it installed, relying on outside vendors to know specifically what they want and how to get it installed smoothly, and then having the follow-up. So, and knowing everything about that, we need to be able to maintain the equipment. We need to have access to certain parts of the equipment. We need to be able to clean the equipment, sanitize it. So we take into a lot into consideration, and safety of the employees and such. So that's why I think we're important.
How did you get your job at UTZ?
I was working at another company and I saw an ad in the newspaper and I said, "Oh, that's closer to my house, and it sounds like a good job." And so I called up and basically replied to a newspaper ad. I later found out that one of the people that had interviewed me had known one of my former bosses, and he spoke highly of me too. So sometimes you can get lucky with a newspaper ad, but a lot of times it is your past performance and talking to people and not burning bridges when you leave a place, and having good relationships with people.
What inspired you to study mechanical engineering?
I always liked to figure out how things worked, and And I liked mechanical more than, say, electrical, because I think I'm more of a visual person and a hands-on person. So I liked the seeing the things and playing with differential gears and linkages and things like that.
Can you please tell me a little bit about your educational background?
High school, I took a lot of higher level maths and sciences that were available to me, and I went to University of Pennsylvania for a bachelor's degree in engineering, and then right from there I went into manufacturing, and as a maintenance manager and a production manager, and then finally into the engineering department.
What do you find exciting about your job?
I really like working with different people from different companies and within the company, with maintenance and with production. And I like having everybody together to work on something, and then we have our final product that we can be proud of it.
What advice would you give to students looking to enter a job like yours?
I would say that it would be a great idea, not only the schooling, of course, but if you could get some good internships, even if you have the opportunity to work in a industrial setting, as a packer, or um, anything like that that exposes you to the factory environment if you're looking towards manufacturing, because it really gives you an idea of what happens in a factory and can really let you know whether or not it's for you.
What makes Utz potato chips special?
Physically, they're special because I think they just have the right thickness, the right oil concentration, and the right amount of salt. But what also makes it very special is that it's a family-owned business.
I see you have a factory tour. Can you tell me about it?
That is actually at our potato chip plant, and it is a self-guided tour. You have small audio cues that you can push button and listen to audio. But what's unique about it, I think, is that you can look out over the production area and watch people doing their jobs, watch the potatoes coming up and get sliced and washed and put into the fryer and then into bags. And people stop and wave while they're working, and they look up at the gallery. So it's kind of neat.
How do you spend your time at work?
I have a good mixture of desk time, computer time, meetings, and out on the floor of the factory or in the warehouse. I do get to travel some, but not too much, enough that I still like to travel when we have the opportunity. And so I have a good mixture of desk time, sitting down time, thinking time, and interaction time, and outside or out in the plants or in the warehouses.
Is there any additional advice or interesting information that you'd like to add?
The short term, working hard and having having the hard classes that really make you think and make you stretch, it's really worth it long term, and you can get an interesting career out of it, and it's worth it in the long run. So.
Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Bye!